All right, class, let's take a look at your CFU worksheet here. So it says solve the system of equations by using the elimination method. So again, elimination method, we're either going to multiply one equation or both equations by some number to get rid of the x or the y value. So when I look at them, I try to see is x by itself or is y by itself? Does a number go into another number in front of the x or y nicely to decide how to multiply? Like on this first one here, since I have x just by itself, my initial thought is, x, if this x was the opposite of 5, if I could make it -5, it'd be pretty nice. So I'm going to multiply that whole bottom equation by -5. So I'm going to distribute that. So minus 5x minus 5 times 3y is -15y. -5 times 10 is -50. Now, I'm going to take the first equation, just write it right underneath it. So now, I can add the two equations together. So, adding them together, notice how the x's cross out. That was the whole purpose. I have -19y. -50 and 12 make -38. Now it's just a matter of dividing by this -19. -38 divided by -19 makes y equal 2. So now, to get x, I have to plug that value back into one of the equations. I'm actually going to plug it into the second equation since x is already by itself there. So I have x plus 3 times 2 equals 10. Now, as I do my math, 3 times 2 is 6, equals 10. Subtract 6 from both sides, x equals 4. Okay. So now, I'm going to check to see if they're both right. So I'm actually going to use my calculator here, show you this way of checking. So if I go 5 times my x value times 4, it says minus 4 times my y value 2. Whoops, got to hit times 2. Okay, when I hit enter here, it better equal 12. So again, I was just plugging that into the first equation. So notice it does equal 12. Do the same thing in the second equation. When x was 4 plus 3 times the y value 2. Oops, I got to say times 2. Hit enter, I get 10. Both work out. So I know my answers are correct. All right, let's try the second one. So on the second one here, I'm going to multiply this equation because I'm thinking, 2 does go into 4 2 times. So if I multiply this by 2, I'm actually making it positive 4, which makes it the opposites. Those are going to cancel. So I just finish it out. Minus 6y equals -14. But what happens now, you might even see, when I add these, the x's cancel, the y's cancel, and so did the numbers. So if you get 0 equals 0, that means they are the same equation. They're just written differently. That means you have infinitely many solutions. All right, that one went really fast. Let's take a look at our last one here. So, my initial thought here is, I could multiply the first equation by 3, because then my y's will be opposite. So I get 9x minus, so I'm just distributing here, 3y equals 24. So now I'm going to add those two equations together. So I'm adding the top, or this one here, to this one. So I get 11x, y's cross out, equals 55. Divide by 11, x equals 5. Well, that was pretty quick. So now I could actually plug it back into the first equation. So 3 times 5 minus y equals 8. So 15 minus y equals 8. Subtract the 15. minus y, don't forget there's a minus in front, equals -7. So divide by -1, y equals +7. So just to check, 3 times 5, so I'm going to check it into the first equation. So 3 times 5 minus 7, sure enough, that equaled 8. 2 times 5 plus 3 times 7, plugging it into the second one again, this should equal 31. Check, check. They both worked out. Sweet. We're rocking and a-rolling. All right, let's take a look at number 2, doing the word problem here. So, Hopkins High School choir program this time, not the theater, choir program is doing a fundraiser, selling tubs of cookie dough. Cookie dough and frozen pizza, nice. So they make a profit of $6 for every tub of cookie dough and $4 for every frozen pizza they sell. So they're gonna make some money here. If they sold a total of 900 items, wow, and made a profit of $4,680, how many tubs of cookie dough and frozen pizzas did they sell? All right, so that last sentence again helps me, determine my variables. So x is going to be the number of tubs of cookie dough sold. Okay. Y is going to equal the number of frozen pizzas sold. I almost broke out into let it go, let it go. That would have been scary when I wrote the word frozen. All right, so now I need to write a system of equations. So it says they sold a total of 900 items. So the number of tubs of cookie dough plus the number of frozen pizzas added together has to total 900. The second equation has to deal with the profit. So they made $6 for every tub of cookie dough, so 6x. Plus, they made $4 for every frozen pizza, 4y. That has to equal their total profit, $4,680. So now I have my two systems of equations. Now I just have to solve using the elimination method. Right away, I'm thinking to myself, all right, what do I want to get rid of, x or y? So I'm going to multiply by -6 so my x's cancel. So I have -6x minus 6y equals, so now I gotta go -6 times 900 is -5,400. Okay. I'm going to copy the other equation right underneath it. So now I can add them together. X's cross out. -6 and 4 makes -2y. So I have -5,400 in my calculator. I'm going to add 4,680 to it. The calculator is going to kind of help me out here. -720. Divide by -2. So y equals, so I divide by -2, and I get y equals 360. So now to get x, I'm going to plug it into the first equation. X plus 360 must equal 900. So subtract 360. So x equals, so you say 900 minus 360. Whoops, what happened there? Oh, something went bizarre there. Equals 540. I think I hit the negative sign instead of subtract for some reason. So I can answer my questions. We sold 540 tubs of cookie dough. Oops. And 360 frozen, let it go, pizzas. Is my answer right? Well, let's just do a quick check. Remember, it was 6 times, okay, the number of frozen tubs of cookie dough we sold, 540, plus 4 times the number of pizzas, which was 360. Did that equal 4,680? Absolutely did. All right, so for your assignment, got another fun puzzle worksheet for you to work on. So again, try to either complete it on this if you were able to print it off. If not, just do it on separate paper like you've been doing to submit it back to me. So what it says, what do you call a missing golf accessory? Ooh, kind of leave you hanging there. All right, we'll see you. You can watch the video to find out, and we'll see you tomorrow.